I'm just going through the numbers. If we happen to have any other commentary. Oh, yeah. I'm a guy that does the play-by-play.
I'm color commentating, I suppose. I'm King'sPawn.
And what is it, July 12th, Toyota Sports Center for the 2011 Kings Prospect Development Camp Scrimmage game number 2. Game number 1 was a 3-3 tie. Who scored? Do you remember?
I don't have my notes.
Okay. That's another thing we can do is keep track of who scores. I don't think I did a very good job of that yesterday. .38 is, oh, no, he didn't play yesterday.
Rico.
Yeah, I wonder he's a defenseman, right?
Yeah.
So, down here. Doesn't have him on at all.
So it's going to be good old 8 minutes of warming up.
Friedman, is he a center?
What's that?
52, Friedman, did he play center? Where did he play?
I believe he played wing, but I'm not entirely sure. Sometimes they just kind of...
Lowry, Friedman, Cantor. I think they played together, but I'm not sure. I know they played together, and they're all kind of guesses.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll find out.
Yeah.
When we start.
Yeah, we'll look.
Remember to make sure you keep the mic close to your mouth.
Okay. 34. Oza, okay.
And if I remember correctly, his scouting report is that he's small, but he plays kind of like a grittier game, if I remember correctly. I haven't had a whole lot of time to see him, see how accurate that is, but I believe that's the read on him.
Okay. What was the name of that one guy that everybody loved last couple of years? He got drafted by, I think it was Tampa Bay.
Radko Gudas.
What's that?
Real close? Really? Okay. That was Radko Gudas.
That's right. 64, Andreoff. 49, what's that?
Oh, I think it's kind of funny with Andreoff, the way the scouting report, as he was described, was equivalent to Kyle Clifford, who at last year's prospect camp, he wore the same number, 64.
That's funny. I don't remember that, but yeah. Now, I wonder if they thought about that. '85, Gregor. Is he a King's pick, or is he a invitee, Gregor?
He's an invitee. He's from Slovenia. And from what I heard is that a lot of these invitees were on the Kings' radar that they want to draft him, but I mean, they didn't have enough picks, obviously. So once a lot of these players weren't picked, then the King Scouts contacted them and invited them to camp.
Makes sense. And since they weren't picked, are they free agents?
I believe so. I think that it's similar to the Jones route, where they went undrafted and there's a chance for them to sign. And so I believe that the Kings have a chance to sign these players if they choose to, but if not, then they can re-enter the draft again next year.
They could be signed as free agents and then like play in Europe or play, well, I'm not sure if they're underage. They could play in Europe and be under contract, but they couldn't play for Manchester, right?
It depends. With the European players like Gregorts, because he wasn't drafted out of a Canadian, a CHL team, he would be eligible to play in Manchester.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's a player like
a North American player.
Yeah, any player that's currently playing in the CHL and they signed a contract, they still can play in Manchester until they've completed 4 years in juniors, or if they're at least 20 years old.
Okay. I knew there were some rules about that.
Yeah.
All right, 42.
That's Adam
Brown.
Fleetwood Brown. They have two Browns. There's
The goaltender Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 79.
That's Kaikowski.
How do you pronounce that?
I think it's Kaikowski.
Kaikowski. That's better. That sounds better than what I was calling him. Again, another invitee.
What's that?
Another invitee.
Yeah, another invitee. And he kind of plays a more rugged game too, which I hate to draw similarities, but last year the player who wore 79 was Tubert. So hopefully he'll have maybe better progression than Tubert did when he was observed by the Kings, but we'll see.
Nice observation. McNarty, you see another invitee, number 61.
Yeah.
And Brown as well? Is that Brown?
Yeah, we don't have any other Browns that are in the system right now, just Dustin Brown.
And then number 70, I haven't seen him out there, yeah.
Yeah. Cantor's an invitee as well.
Okay. He's there. There he is. And then 49, Lowry. He was a draft pick, right?
Yeah, he was drafted in the 6th round this year.
Son of Dave Lowry?
I'm not sure what the exact relation is, but I believe that there is, if not a son, then maybe a nephew, some type of relation. And if I remember correctly, he was playing in the BCHL last season, but he's committed to Cornell, so he's going to be playing in the NCAA next year.
Another long-term project, possibly?
Yeah, probably. A lot of the NCAA players, I mean, unless if they're tearing it up like Danny Heatley used to, you're probably going to have some time spent in the NCAA.
I was pretty impressed with Miller, number 83. Where'd he come from?
Well, you know what, he's one of those players that I saw him, but he didn't really stand out to me, which doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but I had a hard time kind of actually keeping track of some of the defensemen, unless if they were in the offensive zone from where I was positioned yesterday. So the ones, sorry. So yeah, the ones that I saw most of were Roach and Gregorts. Saw a little bit of Muzzin.
The team down there is picking it up. Only like 4 guys, 5 guys on the right side are picking up pucks.
Okay, it looks like black team is in it together to pick up the pucks. White.
That's teamwork. I thought he moved the puck really well. He never really, had any trouble controlling the puck. He had some good speed when he moved the puck. So I thought, keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Let me know what you think. Again, I think he doesn't look very like a very big defenseman. Not small either, but in between. Mignardi, Cantor, Friedman, Lowry.
Mignardi did score on the. Mignardi scored on the penalty shot yesterday, so I know he's one player who scored.
Yeah, he that was to tie it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's have any idea who coaches these teams?
I can't see. I can't tell. Sorry.
I just wondered.
Get our starting goaltenders.
Yeah, who are we? Got Gibson on the black team starting, and then that looks like Brown on the white team.
Yeah.
Can tell from the pads.
Yeah.
Face off at center ice. White team chases it down, and on the right side is Murch. Murch battles in the corner with Kachowski. And taken by 57, Vey. He clears up the right-hand side. Toffoli into the corner. Tries to get it across, can't. Battle in the corner. White team clears. One more time, 79. How do you pronounce his name?
Kaikovsky.
Kaikovsky, number 79. Okay, down the middle is Campbell. He loses it at the blue line. White team takes over. Down the middle. Pass on the left-hand side to Wheel. Shot. Save Gibson. Long pass on the left-hand side. It's taken by 64 in front. Save Brown. And clear up to the right-hand side.
That was Andreoff from Brown.
Thank you. Behind the net. White team in the corner. Andreoff battles in the corner with 72. Brings out in front. Can't get a shot. Taken by Miller. Behind the net. Pass up the left-hand side to Muzzin. Brings up the middle. Pass to Wheel. Controls it there. Drop pass in the slot. Check there by Cantor, number 70. Black team down the left-hand side, number 52. Friedman, thank you. Puck is in deep. Check there. Looks like Canisto with laid the check. Battle behind the net. White team brings down in front. Here's Kozin. Takes in front of his own net down the right-hand side. Check there. Actually, a little hook there. Kozin dumps it in the left wing corner. Cut off there by Gibson. He loses it in front. Charnick. Backhand shot through the crease. Taken by 84. Deflection. Charnick.
That was a great pass.
Just wide. And the black team clears. Forbert. He passes it, but taken away by Friedman. Saved by Brown. Down the right-hand side, here's Roach. Gets it to 82, Canisto. Again, I'm thinking Canisto's a defenseman with that number, you know. It's
Yeah.
Any idea what line like Cantor was on? Okay. So black line is Vey. White line is Shore Merchant Eddie. It should be. Pass in front. Deflect off a white player. Shot. One more time. Kaikovsky, number 79, with the shot wide. Here's Kaikovsky again. Controls the puck at the right point. Shot over the net. Black team recovers. Vey looking to pass. He gets a pass off, but black team loses it. Here's Eddie. Eddie dumps it in. Black team takes over in their own zone. They clear to Foley, to Vey. Vey down the right-hand side, he loses it. Taken by Mersch in the corner. He tries to clear it. They do. Down the right-hand side. Shot wide. White team makes a line change. The shot was by Eddie. Here's Campbell. Pass across. Taken over by the white team at the red line. Campbell takes it there. Black team tries to clear. They do. Down the middle. Here's 64 is deflection in front. Andrea, that was Andrea from the pass up the middle and a shot saved by Brown. Yeah, that's the name that's not sticking for me. Andrea, 64. Okay, what is this line? Is that Andrea from the middle? With
McNarty and 42.
Brown. Okay, good. I got the line right. 43 shot over the net. 43 being Schumacher. So you got Schumacher with Wheel and Dowd, and we have a holding penalty against,
I believe it was Schumacher.
Holding against Schumacher of the white team. Black team will be taking the penalty shot here. Number 34, down the middle. Shoots. Easy save by Brown. A little stick save. He's trying to go 5-hole. Black team takes over. Posa, 34, right? Yeah. I don't even have him on my list.
Oh, sorry.
It's my bad. In the corner, battle for the puck. I always forget 85 too. It's driving me crazy. 43 dumps it in. Taken there by Durapos. Black team clears all the way down. Icing call if the white team didn't do it. They do. There he is, Gregor. How do you pronounce Gregor?
I think it's Gregorts.
Gregorts.
Because the scene, like, it's sound in European countries for the most part, so I think it's Gregorts.
All right.
I'm not entirely sure of that.
Okay. Charnick line wins the face-off. Here's forward. Across, shot, save. Shot by Roach. Battle in the corner. Charnick, Cozen's there. Cozen comes out with it. Pass in the middle. Comes out to forward. Shot, deflection. Just wide. Rebound in front. Cozen tried to get it in front. Couldn't do it. Black team takes over. Down the left-hand side. Dumped in by Lowry. In the corner, here's Friedman. Shot wide. Check there. Cozen on one of the back players. 79, Kaikowski. To the point, Campbell. Shots deflected. White team tries to regroup. They do. Little check there. White team down the left-hand side, Charnick. Campbell beats him to the puck. And check in the corner. Can't tell. Look, there's a white player and a black player. Couldn't tell who.
Friedman and Eddie.
Friedman and Eddie were involved. I guess it would have been Eddie on Friedman.
Some hitting action going on.
Yeah.
Your thoughts so far on the game?
Well, it's back and forth. I mean, it's getting a little bit more feisty right now.
So we have the shoreline against the Vay line. Taken by Miller. Pass across to Muzzin. Muzzin, cross ice pass. Tipped into the black team zone. Murch goes for it. Murch deflects the puck off the boards to Eddie. Eddie to Murch. Murch to Shore. Trying to get a cycle going, but the black team takes over. Down the left-hand side. Shot. Saved by Brown. On the right wing board, shot by Delorier over the net.
I saw him.
Yeah. I did. Okay, that was Nolan. No, I can remember Nolan 71. All right, here's the face-off. White team wins. Back behind the net. And brought out by, that was Wheel brought it out. 43 Schumacher battles in the corner. Still battle. Up to the point. Here's Wheel from the middle. Shot saved by Gibson. Black team takes over. Bay passes off the boards. Down the right-hand side is to Foley. Foley's got Bay with him. Shot is deflected into the corner. White team comes out with it. Up the middle, here's Gregorts. He shoots it in. Black team takes over. Campbell. To Laurier. Back to Campbell. Back to Andreoff. Down the left-hand side, Andreoff looking to pass. Through the crease. Couldn't connect. White team takes over and cleared. Looks like Charnick's out there. He's going down the middle. Shot, save. Deflected away. At the left point, forward. Shot deflected. Charnick now in the corner. Looks to the point. Instead, dumps it down low. Black team takes over. 42 clears. 42 Brown. White team behind the net. Taken by Charnick. Up to Forbert. He dumps it in. Chased in. Check there. Taken by Muzzin. Shot deflected. Save. Deflected by Shore in front, it looked like, possibly. Possibly off his body. Gibson made the save. .8:36 left in the first period. 0-0. Shore on the face-off. He wins it, but the black team takes it. Durapos tries to clear. Can't. Gets it back. Up to the left wing boards. White team holds it in. Mersch passes on the right wing boards to Eddie. Eddie to... They got a shot on net. Save. Big check. On number 49, Lowry. Here's Shore, deflected off Muzzin.
I filmed it every year.
Down the left-hand side is 43. To the point, 54, Gravel. We can't film anymore.